Hola amigos, bien ok. Buenas tardes. Otra vez desde Medellín. Muy bonito el día hoy. Entonces, el tema de hoy. Am, Recuerdo que más lento es mejor. Slower is better. So, ese es el tema de hoy. ¿Pero por qué? Ah, pues porque cuando nosotros estamos practicando, especialmente para leer en voz alta y practicar controlando nuestra voz, para escuchar bien nuestro sonido, es mucho mejor para leer y también para hablar poco más lento que tú piensas. Es que para decir todas las palabras muy suave, pero también con todo el sonido. So ese es el tema de hoy. So today, really slower is better, and particularly when we're practicing our reading or speaking, or reading out loud or our speaking, because we want to make sure that we have a good understanding of our voice, how we sound, and how we are controlling our voice. So it's true, when you listen to, let's say, native speakers of a particular language, you will always think, aren't they speaking fast? And perhaps that is the case. But when we want to speak more clearly, and particularly think of situations that we would say are like public speaking, so you have to give a speech or a presentation, we speak a little slower. And we do this so we're clear, and also because we need to project the sound perhaps to a room with more people, but principally because we need to be clear. So if we get into this practice of speaking a little bit slower, but listening very carefully to how we say, how we sound all of the words, and try to sound them almost individually, we start to get a much better understanding of how we are producing the sound, so we get a better control over our voice so we can repeat the sound again in the future. And once we get a bit more critical about how we sound, we're able to tune in to how we can be more expressive in other things we say. So that's really the tip today. So yes, it's really probably the best thing to do to practice is to read aloud, because reading aloud allows you to use a much wider vocabulary than perhaps you would normally need, because the text in the book gives you all these new and extra words. You get to see other patterns within the text of commonly used words that we pair up. All sorts of useful things. And as well as that, because you don't have to think of what to say, you only need to read the words you see, you're able to practice more freely and more fluidly for longer. And that's a good thing. But remember, you don't need to speak it ever so fast just to get to the end. Much better to think that you're trying to, let's say, give a speech or a presentation. So you're trying to talk to someone who's a little bit further away. And for this, we need to speak a little slower, a little clearer, and project our voice. That's the trick. So thank you again to Samuel, my student for today, because really without the inspiration of his classes, we might not have done this video just now. But I hope you find that tip useful. Déjame saber en los comentarios. And I'll see you next time. Cheerio for now.